Tom Brady sucks. Good evening, whatever listen. This is Tanks and Tutties, brought to you by Tubbs and Frankie. Hello, everybody. I feel weird, man. We're recording on a different night. I had some things going on yesterday we'll get to a little bit later, but it's just weird to be recording on a Wednesday, but it'll be okay. Every little thing's going to be all right, just like my boy Bob Marley said. Listen, this week,
Same
man,
show.
We're going to have a quick show because we're running out of things to talk about, honestly. So we want to hear from you guys, all 8 of you. What do you want us to talk about? Like anything, or like we need a new segment is what we need, because we're not doing Paige's Picks anymore because obviously the season's done. I did go back. Let's update that right now. The game I missed, we both got wrong, so the standings stay. Frankie comes out on top. I'm in second. I don't even know.
No shocker there.
The game I missed was it was early, man. I want to say it was like week 3. I didn't write it down because I'm an idiot, but we both had it wrong. It was an upset. I know that. We both took the favorite, so it didn't matter, unfortunately. So congratulations to Frankie. Let's give it up for him.
Thank you.
Yep. Congratulations. We'll be running that back. That was a lot of fun. But hey, let's get right into it. Weekend recap. I'm going to do mine first, if you don't mind, because it's real short. Is that okay?
That's fine.
So weekend recap, I didn't do a goddamn thing. Friday, I stayed at home, had some drinks. Saturday, golly, what did I do Saturday? Nothing, really. Watched some football. That's about it. And then Sunday, I did bowl in a bowling tournament. Nothing crazy there. They cut to the top 4. We were going to qualify, and then we choked, so that was unfortunate. So, yeah, that's about it. How was your weekend?
My weekend was back and forth. I went home this weekend so that I could celebrate my family Christmas back home in Wisconsin. So I went back for that. It was nice to, see family, do Christmas, everything like that. And then Sunday came.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about this.
So for those of you that do not know, sports betting is not legal in Wisconsin. I've talked about this before and how usually I just hand Jake some money and ask him to place bets for me. But I kind of stopped doing that a while back. I shouldn't say a while back, but I stopped doing that a few times ago. Just don't really know why. But anyways, so we have a gambling group chat. And Saturday night during the playoff football games, somebody had made a parlay that was like $25, paid out like $11,000, and it was 4 touchdown scorers. So everyone was like, you know what? Like, we're going to do this. Like, we could do that. That's easy. It's only 4 touchdowns. So I made one for the Bills and Dolphins game. Just 4 touchdown scores, $25, would have paid out $17,000. And sent it in the group chat. Was like, hey, like, I can't legally place this, but here's an idea for you if you guys want to place it. Everyone just started shitting on it.
We almost immediately after you sent it, we shit on it. I said, bet that if you want to go 1 for 4. Somebody else said, yeah, right. And it was just, yeah, go ahead.
Here were the picks. It was Dawson Knox scored a touchdown. First touchdown, actually. James Cook scored the next touchdown. Mike Gesicki scored the next touchdown. And Cole Beasley, who scored the next touchdown. So not only did that parlay hit and nobody placed it, I'm pretty sure it hit in the exact order that I'd picked them, and if I would have had like a fucking exacta, I probably would have never worked a day in my life.
Yeah, I'm going to check that right now because I don't think Cole Beasley was the 4th touchdown.
Either way, they all hit. Nobody placed the bet. It was
sickening.
$25 for $17,500, and nobody got a penny out of it. I think I was most upset because if I was in Michigan, I probably would have placed that just for shits and giggles, and I had a free bet back if it would have lost anyways, so I would have placed it. So driving home, seeing that Cole Beasley did score on Sunday, and knowing that I would not be waking up the next morning with $17,000 extra dollars in my bank account really did hurt. I don't think a bad beat will ever hurt me quite as much as this one did because this actually did hit. Yeah.
This is the worst that we've ever experienced because it also hurts because normally, why didn't the degenerate in me come out and go, well, I don't want to not place that bet and just throw, like if you would have thrown $5 on it, because I don't think I would have done 25 when Cole Beasley was involved because he has like two catches on the year.
I'm looking right now.
$5 would have been like 3,500 roughly. So the fact that I didn't
3,500.
The fact that I didn't even go, oh, and I had money in my account too. Like I had a couple oh my God, dude. It's so sickening. It's so sickening. And the fact that we shit on it, and of course it hit because nobody placed it. But who sees a backup running back, a tight end who's catching balls? I know he's supposed to be the starter, but on the depth chart, he is the backup. Who sees the backup running back, a tight end who hasn't scored in weeks with a third-string quarterback throwing to him? Or no, he's actually scored in like 5 straight, hasn't he?
Dawson Knox or
no, I'm talking
Gesicki?
About Gesicki. I think he's actually scored in 5 straight, so I take that back. But the big one was Cole Beasley, dude. They pulled him up off the practice squad. Like, he was like plus 2,000 to score. Like, oh my God.
It wasn't that high.
Sorry, that was the any time when we started looking at it. But, yeah, that's just so sickening to me.
So, honestly, Mike Gesicki's only scored in 2 of 3. And before that, he hadn't scored since the Detroit game. So, he didn't really score that much this year. But with Cole Beasley, it was crazy, too, because for some reason, like the last couple of years, come the playoffs, I always bet Cole Beasley to score a touchdown. I don't know why. It's just something that I do. I see his name, and I'm just like, oh, you know what? I'll bet on Cole Beasley to score a touchdown.
Yeah.
And it's obviously hit the last couple of years. And then I saw it yesterday, and I remembered that he had re-signed with them. And I was like, oh, like, I mean, it's Cole Beasley in the playoffs. I'll probably look for like a veteran option. Maybe he'll get one if it's a blowout or something. Not even realizing that he had just been called up. And then on top of that, Isaiah McKenzie was announced out. So Cole Beasley was then also a starter, technically, I think. So just like the way it lined up was crazy. And yeah, it hurts.
Yep. Let's not spend too much time on it because we're looking forward. But that's got to be the worst we've ever experienced.
Speaking of looking forward, I tried to get revenge on the books and made like another one the next. I think I made it for the Sunday night game. When I finally got back into Michigan, I made one. And then Monday night, I made one. Neither of them hit. Both were not $25, but they were smaller. And then I really upped my unit size for a couple bets because I was like, fuck this. I was pissed off. Went big on the Cowboys. That hit. And then last night, I had the chance to make a lot of money. It all came crashing down. Joel Embiid to get a double-double. That was boosted. Went against my my do not bet list again. Took the boost. He had 10 rebounds, and then they took one away, so he finished with 9. That was at plus 100. And then I put $20 on James Harden to get a triple-double because he'd been playing the best basketball of his life lately. He decided to not even get a single-double. And, yeah, he just shit his brains out on the court. So,
Wow.
Lost a lot of money last night.
Yep. So, I wanted to say this earlier, but the reason we're recording late, little life update from your boy Tubbs. Yesterday, when we normally record, I was looking at houses. Finally going to get out of the parents' basement. It's pretty exciting. So that's why we didn't record yesterday, and today put an offer out there. So it's pretty sweet. Hopefully it comes through, and hopefully you guys can witness some new acoustics. I'm sure there'll be some fucking echo because I'm not going to have shit in that house once I move in. But hey, it's exciting stuff.
Still probably better than mine.
Yes, I did hear that your echo is horrible from Papa Tubbs. By the way, Papa Tubbs does want to get on the show, so we'll have to do that before I move out. That'd be fun. We'll see about that's another thing we could do because we were talking. Episodes are going to get shorter, you know, so we need something. So we're going to probably interview Papa Tubbs, and then we need a new segment or something. So, but let's get right into the locks and long shots. Last week I had the Chargers. Disappointing one there. I can't believe how that game went. But we'll get to that later, right? Or do you want to go into it now?
That's up to you.
Let's wait on that one. We'll do the full NFL wildcard weekend recap. So we're 21-17 on the locks now. But this week, I got a nice one. I like this one a lot. Cowboys-Niners under 46. Now, hear me out. You're like, Jake, the Cowboys just put up a shitload of points. What are you talking about? Dak Prescott's due for a bad game, okay? And the 49ers defense has been playing phenomenal. And the Cowboys defense is still good. And it's Brock Purdy, man. I've been saying it for weeks. He's due for a bad game, and it's coming. And I hope it is, because if they win the Super Bowl, I have to shave my head, and that's something I don't want to do. So I'm just going to keep fading Brock Purdy until it works. So we're going to take the under here. And then last week I added the AFC to win the Super Bowl with you, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so I still got that open. That's looking great. The AFC games were so much more entertaining than NFC, and there's just a lot more talent on the AFC side. So, long shots, we had that three-legger. I believe I went 0 for. No, I didn't. I had the Bengals -6 alternate. So I went 1 for 3 because I had the Bills and the Chargers, and the Bills did not cover. So that was bad. But this week, I have an insane one, and you're going to call me an idiot. But it's a long shot for a reason, and I'll look pretty sweet if I get it right. Now, you're saying to yourselves right now, okay, what's Jake going to do with this long shot, okay? Because last week, he was all in on the Chargers. They blew a lead, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to listen to this guy. Now, don't listen to me. Don't bet this. But I had a vision, okay? The Jacksonville Jaguars are going to go into Kansas City and pull out a W. Whoa, Jake, you're crazy. Whoa, this guy's off his meds. No. I took all my meds this morning. I saw that plus 360, and it spoke to me. Now, why did it speak to me? 360 is a good number. Xbox 360, do a 360, 360 degrees, 360 days a year, because you take out the 5 for Christmas, New Year's, my birthday, Valentine's
Thanksgiving.
Day, and Thanksgiving. Fuck Halloween. But yes.
And 4th of July.
That's, whatever. Freedom. Yeah, whatever. 360 is a good number. That's what the Jags are at. And honestly, the way they came back against the Chargers, this team could be down 50, and I'd still be like, man, maybe I should sprinkle on that money line. So we're just going to go ahead and take 360. We'll let the Chiefs score first, and we'll take it again at 500. I'm all in on the Jags this week, okay? Spread? Fuck that. Give me the money line. I don't actually think they win this game. I just didn't really see anything I liked. Didn't want to do another parlay, so we're just going to take the Jags. And I keep thinking back to that Kansas City-Houston game, right? Remember that one? Houston only lost by, 3? And Patrick Mahomes did not look good. Like, nobody's invincible, okay? Give me the Jags. I'll talk to you next week.
So, hear me out.
Pretty boy Trevor.
I don't think it's that crazy.
I don't think so either. I think the Chiefs are not as good as they've been. Their defense is bad, and Jacksonville's playing well.
I like Jacksonville. I think Trevor Lawrence has humongous upside. Yep. I think that their defense is really good. I think that the Chiefs' defense is not good. I think that rest versus rust may come into effect here.
Yep.
And the only thing that keeps coming back to my mind is it's the Chiefs. Like, I like the Jags, but also I don't want to be that guy who is just like, it's the Chiefs, you know? Like, no, the Chiefs are really fucking good.
Yes.
So,
also,
I mean,
I just realized this. Obviously, they're very mutually exclusive events. However, both times the Chargers played the Chiefs, they lost by 3. The Jaguars just beat the Chiefs, or the Chargers. Imagine if Trevor Lawrence didn't throw those 4 first-half picks, they would have won 63-7. Okay? If Trevor Lawrence doesn't throw more than, I'll give him 1. You can throw 1 pick. They win that game if he only throws 1 interception. You heard it here first, folks. That's it. That's all I've got on the matter.
All right. So my locks. I am 0-2-1 this year. I got a push last week on the Bengals -7. I was actually able to get Bengals -3.5 live, which was super nice. It was literally the same drive as the fumble, so that was pretty sweet. This week, though, I'm riding it until the wheels fall off.
I love it.
Bengals +5. I mean, listen. Yes, you have the team of destiny right now, the Bills, playing at home, which I don't quite understand why this game is being played in Buffalo.
And guess who's there?
Yeah,
Hamlin
DeMar
will
might be there.
No, he is there. They announced it. You know what I'm going to do, and I hate to do this to you. But I'm add Bills -5 to my locks. Sorry.
Fair.
I have to. I have to.
I look at the way that game started, and, the Bengals looked fantastic on that first drive.
They did.
They were even moving the second drive before everything happened. And, like I said, I get it's a team of destiny and the Bills and everything, but I don't think this is going to be more than a 3-point game.
I agree.
And I could see it being the Bengals winning by 3.
Yeah, but that would ruin your long shot, though.
Well, so that's where I'm running into issues here. I wanted to take the Bengals money line, but I have the Bills to win the Super Bowl at actually I didn't place it yet. My bad. Because I have another idea. So I also still have the AFC to win the Super Bowl under my locks.
Before you move on, I just thought of something. I just saw the script for the playoffs. I saw the whole script. It just, in 2 seconds, it flashed before my eyes, okay? Here's how it goes. The Bills play the Bengals this week, okay? They're going to handle them. They'll win that game. You know why? Because the Chiefs are going to beat the Jaguars. Unfortunately for my long shot, nothing I can do about it now. I'm not going to go back. So that way we get a rematch of last year's, was that the conference championship? No, that was the divisional. You get a rematch of that divisional, and it's going to be Chiefs and Bills. That game is going to go to overtime because they have the new overtime rule where both teams will get the ball. Patrick Mahomes is going to win the toss. They'll take the ball. He's going to drive down, score a touchdown. Josh Allen, getting the ball this time rather than going home because of the dumbass overtime rule, is going to drive down as well, score. Here's the kicker.
I already see where you're going.
They're not going to take the extra point. They're going to go for 2. And they are going to win the game after a 2-point conversion where Josh Allen rolls out and dives into the end zone, a close play at the pylon. We're all going to be shitting ourselves watching at home to go to the Super Bowl. They're going to get to the Super Bowl. And who are they playing in the Super Bowl, you ask yourself?
I don't know.
You want to take a guess?
I don't know.
It's going to be the 49ers just to fuck with my head and make me think I'm going to have to shave it. And they're going to make Brock Purdy look bad. Brock Purdy is going to go 19 for 41 for 140 yards. McCaffrey will probably have 180 all-purpose yards and a touchdown, but the Bills are going to win 35-7.
So here's what I thought you were going to say.
That's your Tubbs' NFL script.
Here's what I thought you were going to say.
NFL rigged. What's up?
I thought you were going to say that we're going to get the Bills-Chiefs AFC championship, whatever, and both are going to score in their first overtime. They're going to kick the extra point. Chiefs are going to get the ball. They're going to throw a pick 6 to DeMar Hamlin.
Oh, no. That'd be pretty sweet, but I don't think they're going to play. Or I don't think
he's definitely not going to play. But I thought you were going to say that, and I was about to be like, well.
No, but that would be good. That would be good. No, the Bills are going to go to the Super Bowl. Sorry, go ahead. Go with your long shots. What do you have for the year on long shots?
0-4. 0-4 this year on long shots. We got a tough one. I had any quarterback to throw a touchdown, which was an L. Luckily,
any non-quarterback.
Yeah, I said that last week too.
Yeah.
So a non-quarterback did throw a pass this weekend. Justin Jefferson threw a pass. Mm-hmm. It was completed for a -2 yards. Anyways, so that was my 4th loss of the year. This week, I don't know what it's going to be yet, but I'm going to throw in a Super Bowl exacta. And I don't know if it's going to be a team to beat a team or just the matchup. I haven't decided yet. I'll kind of see how our NFL Super Wildcard Weekend talks go, and I'll decide from there.
By the end of the show?
Yeah. I'll use Jake's information so that I can fade him because he shit on my parlay.
Yep. Okay.
And then I still have the Bills to win the Super Bowl. So I'm probably going to hedge by not taking the Bills in my Super Bowl exacta.
Who are you going to take?
I don't know.
Let's see how these talks go.
Yeah.
Let's start with non-playoffs. I'll go quick. Ben Johnson announced yesterday that he'll be coming back to the Detroit Lions because he sees something being built and he loves the culture. And listen, it might only be a year. He might go get a head coaching gig next year, but that's okay with me because with the people we've got coming back, we've got money to spend. Jared Goff looks great with Ben Johnson. The Lions can make some noise next year, and it's very exciting.
Question, was it official that he's coming back, or was it because I thought it was just he was interested in coming back.
He told front office people, I'm not interested, I'm coming back to the Lions.
Okay.
So it's done so. That's really all I got there. It's just exciting as shit. He's the best offensive coordinator we've had since Jim Bob Cooter on a scooter. And it's going to be great next year, man. I just hope we get some defensive help and maybe a wide receiver or two. What do you got on Rodgers? I see you got a Rodgers update.
Yeah, so I would say it's very real that he might come back next year. However, not for the Packers. Mm-hmm. So he went on Pat McAfee's show like he does every Tuesday.
I have no idea.
It was yesterday, so Tuesday. And basically said that he's had his talks with the front office. He hasn't made up his mind as far as what he wants to do. And then he made it very clear that, if they want Jordan Love to be the guy, then that's fine. I'll go somewhere else. And what I thought was really weird, I didn't listen to the whole interview, and I saw a couple tweets that were shitting on this take. But apparently in this interview, he mentioned how he feels like he can win another MVP. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, yeah, he probably could. You know what he didn't mention in this interview?
What's that?
Super Bowls. Kind of weird. I don't know. Just like...
Not really weird, just conceited as shit.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to say it, but... Yeah, so I don't know. I'm on the Jordan Love train. I'm ready for Jordan Love. I said that in the middle of the season this year. I might have said it before last year. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I guess we'll see where he goes. Why did your eyes just get huge?
I've got one hell of a long shot.
Oh, boy.
And I'm adding it right now. It has to do with Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
And the team that he is going to play for. This will be the biggest long shot hit of all time if this happens.
He's not going to the
Aaron Rodgers
Lions.
Will play for the Las Vegas Raiders in 2023. Reunites with Devontae, and they tear it up. They probably have the best offense in the NFL. And guess what? They go 7-10 because the defense is so bad. I'm adding it. That's a long shot.
I don't think Rodgers playing for... I mean, it is a long shot, but I would say that the Raiders are probably in the top 3 teams if he were to go anywhere. I don't think that they would go 7-10 because I think their defense is better than you're making it seem. And also, their defense is not that bad.
I'm looking it up. You keep going, though.
I wonder if that would change Josh Jacobs' mind and he would want to come back.
I doubt it.
Because that would change
he's
the
going
team quite a
the
bit.
money is. What stat should I sort by in terms of defense stats?
I mean, you could look at points.
Nah, fantasy points don't mean shit to me.
No, not fantasy points.
Let's
like
just do
points
yards
allowed.
first. Let's do yards first. Wow, so the Raiders gave up the 4th most yards in the NFL. They gave up... Oh, not bad. They're in the top, I'd say, quarter in terms of touchdowns. And they
Passing
had the
touchdowns?
least amount of interceptions. All touchdowns.
Okay.
Yards per attempt, the Raiders are in the bottom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th. This doesn't really make any sense. So their defense is better than I'm giving them credit for. I'd say they're like
It's mediocre.
They're a bottom 10 defense.
Okay.
All right.
But yeah, anyways, Rodgers might not be back to the Packers, which I don't necessarily hate.
Yeah, I mean, that dude is just – he's a pain in the ass at this point, right? Like, I feel like he didn't really – I mean, he won you more games than you should have this year, but who knows what Jordan Love could have done.
And that's the thing. Like, I don't want to –
And
like,
Jordan Love
I get
is
it.
in the last year of his contract. You got to use him. You waste
Like,
him first time.
yeah, and I get it. We have Aaron Rodgers, a probably most likely Hall of Fame quarterback.
Definitely
And to be thinking about even trading him or not wanting him on my team is probably, I don't know, crazy, but it's really not when you have somebody ready to go and you're wasting a first-round pick on him.
And you saw the potential this year, too. He looked okay against the Eagles. Who knows
Yeah.
what he could do in a full game. So
I don't know. I'm sick of just repeating this every week and just being like, oh, yeah, we have Jordan Love. Like, yeah, no shit.
Right.
So
We're going to fucking use him.
Yeah.
Cliff
Speaking
Kingsbury.
of, well, no, so we'll go to that. Speaking of off-season new teams updates, DraftKings has a fun little bet that you can get on right now. There's 4 different ones. Tom Brady, Derek Carr, DeAndre Hopkins, and Lamar Jackson. You can bet on what team they're going to play for next year. What do you think the favorite for Tom Brady is?
Man, I've been hearing a lot of Vegas for Brady.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd say
Las Vegas plus 150. 49ers is plus 300.
I heard 49ers too, but here's the thing about the Niners. They've got Trey Lance and Brock Purdy now. Like,
And Jimmy G.
I think Jimmy G's going to get traded. Or he's
Most likely, but
he's not going to play.
and then the Bucks and Dolphins come in at plus 600. If you were looking to bet on Tom Brady to go to the Packers, it would be plus 5,000. And for him to go to the Lions, it would be plus 7,500.
Wow.
Derek Carr.
You know what? Hang on. Hot take. I don't want Tom Brady as my quarterback. I'd rather have Goff.
At this point, yeah, I would agree with that.
Okay. Good.
Derek Carr. What do you think the favorite is?
Ooh, I haven't even thought about this one.
I like the value on this one.
I got a good guess. Carolina.
No, Carolina comes in 8th, actually.
What?
First is the Jets at plus 400.
Okay.
Colts are second at plus 425. Titans are third at plus 650. Saints are fourth at plus 800.
There's a lot of spots for these good quarterbacks that don't have a team.
Packers are plus 3,000. Lions are plus 6,000.
Okay. What about Hopkins?
Moving on. DeAndre Hopkins.
Hang on,
What do you
don't
think the
tell me.
favorite?
Oh, does he like Deshaun? Would it be the Browns?
It's not the Browns. Browns come in 10th.
Definitely not the Texans. He definitely wants out of Arizona. I'm gonna get. This is random as shit, but I'm gonna go with the Saints.
No, Green Bay.
Oh, really?
Plus 350. Yep.
Wow.
Patriots plus 450. Chiefs 500. Giants 750. Then the Bears are actually 5th on that list. If you're looking for the Lions, they would come in at plus 6,500, the 6th worst odds.
Are these guys all free agents?
Well, the next one is
sorry,
Lamar Jackson.
Pretty much just Hopkins. Is he a free agent?
I believe he is a free agent.
Okay. Lamar Jackson, I got a good guess on the favorite, and I hope it is.
What's the favorite?
The Lions.
No.
What?
Lions are
Stop it. The longer you wait, the more I'm going to go place a bet.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16th.
What?
Plus 2,000.
Dude.
The favorite right now is the Jets at plus 250. So I guess they're going to run a 2 QB system with Lamar and Derek Carr.
Yeah. So you're telling me.
Falcons are second.
You tell me I can put $50 on Lamar to the Lions, and if it hits, Lamar's my quarterback, and I make $1,000?
Yeah.
Shit, dude. I've been hearing so much about Lamar to Detroit, but I guess a lot has to happen because,
Yeah.
one, they love Goff. I know Ben Johnson loves Goff. you completely have to change your offense. So I'm not
Yeah,
actually
so
gonna bet that, but that
right
seems
now
like some good
it goes Jets, Falcons, Raiders, Panthers, Commanders, Patriots, and then Dolphins and Colts.
Why are the Falcons so high? They drafted Ritter.
Yeah, but I don't know if they like Ritter. You can get Lamar. If you
on
can go out and get Lamar.
You don't just give up on a first-round pick in a year.
If you can go out and get Lamar, though.
Yeah, but the amount you have to spend on him.
That's true. But who else are they paying?
That's a good point. I mean, Drake London eventually, but not right now.
And Kyle Pitts.
And Pitts. I don't know though. Seems like they fucking hate that guy.
Yeah, I would say best value on all these. Yeah, I mean they should have Aaron Rodgers on there too.
Right.
But I would say right now best value, Hopkins to the Packers. I like Carr to the Colts.
That's a good one. Carr to the Colts is a good one.
I like Brady. Honestly, Brady to the Dolphins at plus 600 isn't bad.
Nah,
but I don't know.
They won't give up on Tua.
Yeah, but what if Tua gives up on himself?
I mean, if Tua says, "Yeah, I'm retiring," then that'd
or if he's like, what if he's just like, "Hey, I'm going to take a year off."
But with Brady's with his contract with what was it, Fox? I think he retires, dude.
By the way, I'm just scrolling through Lamar's, and I don't see an option for the Raiders or the Ravens on here.
Well, because it probably says something about if he returns.
Oh yeah, sorry. It says if not Baltimore Ravens.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get into Mr. Kingsbury. Just fled. Got fired.
Yeah, he's doing just fine.
Got fired. Oh yeah, I saw that too. He's doing.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, he informed all teams. He said, "I'm going to Thailand. I'm not interested right now." And he took his is that his wife or girlfriend?
I don't know. It looked like two different people, to be honest with you.
I took his smoke show persons to Thailand, right?
Yes.
And yeah, he's just living it up over there. Like, don't blame you, bud. And he knows because he can come back and get an offensive coordinator job anywhere, any opening. He'd be able to get it if he wanted it.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just looking to see if it's his wife or his girlfriend.
Oh, yeah, sure. You're looking. Okay, doing the research.
Yep.
They don't wear a lot of clothes over there in Thailand, dude.
I don't think I see a ring. It's hard to tell.
I think it's a girlfriend.
I zoomed in quite a bit. And oh, it is a girlfriend.
Okay, all right. Great research. Give it up for Frankie.
You're welcome.
Yep.
Just had to do the people's work.
Just looking at the hands.
Just doing the work for the people.
Let's get into these games now, man. Seahawks 49ers. Fuck the Seahawks. This game pissed me off, and let me tell you why. 1, the Lions should have been playing the 49ers. 2, the Lions would have put up more of a fight against the 49ers. 3, everybody kept saying the Lions would have been more fun in this game. So fucking annoying. Oh my God, we should have been in that game. It would have been. I'm not saying we would have beat the Niners. Their defense is phenomenal, but we would have put up a bigger fight than 17 points. Or they got a garbage time, didn't they?
Yeah. I mean, the first half was good. The second half was okay until the strip sack for a fumble, for a touchdown, and that's kind of where it shifted. I do have a question for you. So I know you hate Brock Purdy, and you keep shitting on him.
I don't even I don't hate him per se. I just think he's overrated as fuck.
It's hard to be overrated when you were Mr. Irrelevant. So
that's true. I guess.
Anyways,
I guess I do hate him then.
Anyways, so Brock Purdy looked horrible in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
Say he plays a good defense, and like the Seahawks don't have a good defense at all.
Nope.
If he gets down in the first half, is he going to be able to come back in the second half like that?
No.
Like, have we seen him down in a second half?
No, because his games weren't necessarily blowouts, but they had the lead.
That's the thing.
Let me tell you why I hate this man the most. It's because of the weapons he's playing with. That Debo touchdown where it was like a 5-yard crosser and Debo went 80 yards or whatever, he's not doing the work. His players are. And Kittle, like, he's got so many weapons. And honestly, like, cool. But obviously, I want to say that I could get in there and score a couple touchdowns. I couldn't. I'm short. Whatever. But you could take almost any other quarterback in the NFL, put them in that system, and they're going to put up stats. Derek Carr. Carson Palmer could come out of retirement. Nick Foles. Jared Goff. Jared Goff's in that system. It's a championship.
I don't know if I'd say championship. But it'd be a damn good team.
That's the thing to look out for this weekend because the Cowboys have a good defense. As long as Micah Parsons.
Yeah, no,
okay.
I know.
I know he got banged up.
So that's where I'm really stuck right now is more with the NFC because like I look at the 4 teams left in the NFC, like when I'm looking at the Super Bowl matchups and stuff like that, and I don't see like a single team in the NFC that really like stands out to me. Like yeah, the 49ers are really fucking good, but also like can Brock Purdy really be a clutch time playoff quarterback, or is that going to be their flaw that kills them? Like we haven't seen Purdy have a bad game yet.
Right. I think they're going to need to get a lead and hold it and be able to use their whole entire playbook because when it comes down to Brock Purdy's got to make a play, I don't think he makes a play.
Yeah, so I mean say the Cowboys go up 14 this week.
Right.
In the first half. Like at halftime, the Cowboys are up 21-7.
Take the Cowboys spread. It's done.
Okay. That's all I had on this game. Brandon Ayuk, severely underrated.
Agreed. Very much agree. Chargers, Jags, fucking amazing game. The worst announcers I've ever listened to in my entire life. Never, ever make me listen to Tony Dungy again. Oh, my God. Act like you enjoy football. Jesus, it seemed like he committed a murder, and to get off of death row, they said, you got to go announce this game. That's what it felt like. And honestly, I love Tony Dungy on the Sunday Night Football preview show. He's great. But he's a guy, he's an NFL coach. He just speaks when he's spoken to. You need that guy that's going to react. Like Chris Collinsworth is amazing. Tony Romo. When there's a big play, Tony Romo, oh, Jim. And then Chris Collinsworth, oh, I don't know. You know what I mean? We didn't have that. The Jags were down. What was the score? 31 or 30-3?
No, it was I think 27-0 at half.
No, they got 3 before half.
I don't think they did. I will double check on that right now, but
anyways, it was the biggest comeback that I've ever seen in the playoffs in my lifetime, and it didn't feel exciting because the announcers were trash. That's my biggest point on this game. Great comeback. The Jags looked great. Their defense stepped it up. Trevor Lawrence stepped it up. He made some great throws. ETN
27-7 at half.
There you go. I knew they had something because I remember looking at my dad and going, oh, we got a game. Go take the Jags money line. Obviously, neither of us did, or else I'd be talking about that right now because they were like plus 1,500 at halftime.
Yeah, what pisses me off, too, is I literally all week I was like, I think I want to go with the Chargers, or I think I want to go with the Jags. I think I want to go with the Jags. You had the Chargers, and I was kind of like, Like, I talked literally all year about how the Chargers, we talked about it on the show. You were like, I think the Chargers are a sleeper team in the playoffs. And I was like, I don't know. Like, the Chargers are still the Chargers. And it fucking happened. The fucking Chargers chargered. I wanted to take the Jags. I didn't. I took the Chargers minus 2.5. And I got shit on for it. So
that should have been a winner. How do you go up? They were up 27-0, and they blew it.
Yeah. Do you think Brandon Staley's coming back?
Do I think he is, or do I think he deserves to?
Both.
Do I think he is? Yes. Do I think he deserves to? No.
Interesting. Okay.
I think. Also, like, not necessarily his fault that the defense shit the bed and couldn't get a stop. Fire your defensive coordinator for sure.
I think they did.
But I don't think Staley's a very good coach. And with the amount of talent that team has, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, Gerald Everett, Herbert, Eckler, how do you not score more than 3 points in the second half? That falls on the head coach.
I agree. I agree.
But yeah, that wraps up. And then the game-winning field goal. Like, huge drive to get there, and then they win it, and all we get was, and the kick is good. No excitement.
Yeah. Thoughts on the Jags?
If they could play a game like they played the second half, they're going to win the Super Bowl.
All right. I'm just keeping my notes for my exact future, so.
Oh, okay. I'm confused what's happening here, but I'm excited to find out where this is going. Yeah, I mean,
I'm just taking my notes.
if Trevor Lawrence doesn't throw 4 picks that first half, they win that game easily. Like the amount of times he gave him the ball in their own end of the field. Yeah.
Let's put it this way. If the Jags were in the Super Bowl, which of the 4 remaining NFC teams would they beat?
That's a great question. The Giants.
I agree. I think they could beat the Cowboys.
Yeah, I'd say the Cowboys. I'd even say the Niners because I hate Brock Purdy so much. I don't think they.
I'm glad you're fully admitting that.
I mean, hey, listen, anybody can beat anybody at any time, but it's more of a do I think they can beat that team in the Super Bowl? I think the only team they can't beat in the Super Bowl would be the Eagles. Even though I think the Eagles are overrated as fuck.
Okay.
I take that back. They can beat any NFC team. Yep.
All right, so we're still good on the AFC winning the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Good.
All right. Ravens Bengals. This game, I gotta be honest, I didn't watch it. I thought it was gonna suck, so I didn't even put it on, and then it actually ended up being a pretty good game. So I'm gonna let you take the reins here.
I was driving while this game was going on.
Okay.
But I had the Bengals, and then I got into Michigan, and I live bet the Bengals. It was a lot closer than I thought it should have been. Looking, hindsight 2020, I think the Ravens are a toxic team, and I see why Lamar doesn't want to play there anymore. After seeing all the comments about, basically, like if I were Tyler Huntley, I would want out of that team so fast. Because J.K. Dobbins said, if Lamar was our quarterback, we'd win that game. All right, let's just shit on Tyler Huntley. Somebody else was like, why are we not handing it off to our number one guy? Like, Tyler Huntley's a pretty decent runner. Like, he's not Lamar Jackson, I get that. Yeah. But from the 1 yard line, it should not be hard to punch it in with a quarterback, no matter who your quarterback is. Even Tom Brady did it.
Right.
So for them to just be absolutely shitting on Tyler Huntley in a 7-point game like that, when you only lost because of he only lost because of a fumble recovery for a touchdown.
Yep.
I don't know. I thought it was going to be a blowout. The Bengals kind of started pretty good. They were up 10-0 going, or 9-0. They missed the extra point in the second quarter. Then the Ravens took the lead before halftime, and then it was just kind of slow. Like it was a lower scoring game than I thought it was going to be. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, Joe Burrow was okay.
Did the Bengals did they start playing safe, or they just couldn't move the ball?
Let's go look at the play-by-play. So they went.
I hate to be that guy, but we got to pick it up a little bit. We're already at 45 minutes,
So second half, they went touchdown, punt, lost a fumble for a touch. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, touchdown, punt. They only had 4 drives in the second half. It was just a slow game.
The game slowed down, yeah.
Yep.
All right. So you want my thoughts on every team or what?
Yeah, I mean, thoughts on the Bengals.
Okay. Joe Burrow makes me question my sexuality. They have one of the best offenses remaining in the playoffs. Their defense looks like they are dogs. And we saw it last year. The thing is, too, you saw what the Bengals are capable of. You can't sleep on the Bengals. That's my thoughts. I love Joe Burrow. Big Joe Burrow guy.
Yeah, I mean, like, if they can beat the Bills, I would not put anything past them winning the Super Bowl. Yep. Like, I could see them beating the Chiefs and the Jags, whoever comes out of that game.
Yep.
And I don't think I don't know. If any team were going to put up a fight in the NFC, I'd say, I don't know, just like having 3 wide receivers like that is just so dangerous.
I think the
49ers would probably put up the best fight.
They have top 2 wide receiver core in the NFL. I think they're second.
I'm not even going to ask one.
No. They have the best wide receiver core in the NFL. They have the second best 1 and 2 wide receiver in the NFL.
Who's one?
The Dolphins.
Okay.
Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. Who did you think I was going to say? You had a little smirk on your face.
I just thought you were going to throw in the Lions, and I was about to be like, no way, dude.
What? Maybe in...
I didn't know how strong your bias was.
Maybe in 5 years, but Jameson Williams caught 2 passes this year.
Yeah.
It's technically Amon-Ra and DJ Chark. So, let's get going. Dolphins-Bills. I actually did watch this game. I watched while we were bowling, and it looked like the Bills were going to beat the brakes off of them. And then they didn't. And then I drove home, and Skylar Thompson put up a fight. Was it Skylar Thompson, or was it the Dolphins' defense stepped up?
Well, Skylar Thompson only threw for 1 touchdown. So,
yeah.
I don't really know if you can say it was the defense, though, because the defense put up or allowed 34 points.
Right.
But also it wasn't their rushing attack because Jeff Wilson had 10 rushes for 23 yards as the leading rusher. So,
well, the Dolphins' defense had a touchdown, didn't it? Or maybe special teams blocked it.
Yes. Yep.
So, yeah, that kept them in it, but everybody knew the Bills were going to win this game. Big Dick Josh.
Yeah.
Thoughts on the Bills?
Skylar Thompson didn't play terrible. He did throw for 220 yards. I don't know. I mean, it's the Dolphins. They're always going to Dolphin. Yeah.
If they had Tua, do they win this game?
I don't know.
I think if they had pre-brain damage Tua, they do.
That's the thing. Like, I think if it was early season Tua, yes.
Like that stretch where he was just electric.
Yeah.
Sorry. Charged up.
Yes. I agree.
Shout out to Joe Buck, by the way. He said electric.
Did he?
Yeah, I heard it. I looked at my
Stealing
dad.
it from our show. Time to copyright.
I looked at my dad, and I was like, did you hear that? He goes, yes. Fuck yeah.
So the Bills.
The Bills. Here's my thoughts on the Bills. Big time Josh Allen dick rider. I think he is the second best quarterback in the league right now. If he can
behind
avoid
Mahomes?
Yes, behind Mahomes. If he can avoid those stupid interceptions that he loves to throw, I see him going all the way. And their defense needs to step it up back to like Bills status. They did not look good against the Dolphins.
Well, so that's the thing too. Like, I look at Josh Allen, and like I love Josh Allen too, but he has thrown 14 interceptions this year.
Right.
And he did throw 2 in this game.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, he still threw for 350 yards and 3 touchdowns, and also ran for 20 yards. But
feed James Cook. That guy is going to be the next Dalvin. There's a reason his last name matches, because guess what? They're brothers. Feed him.
Yeah, but Singletary's still good too. Like, Singletary went 10 for 48. Cook went 12 for 39.
Singletary's dead to me.
Just because you bet on his touchdown?
Yeah, because he cost me a fat check.
I mean, you cost me $17,500. So
no, I didn't. I did not cost you shit because, one, you never texted me, hey, if I Venmo you, will you place this? And I would have. I never talk you out of a bet if you're going to place it. I talk shit about it, but what you do with that information is on you.
You did talk me out of the 49ers and my division winners, but that wouldn't have cashed, so it's fine.
It's different. It didn't count. I would have felt real shitty about that one, though. All right, Giants Vikings. Not a lot other than the fact that Danny Dimes looked kind of good, and Kirk Cousins.
The Vikings were exactly who we thought they were.
Kirk Cousins outside of 1 o'clock sucks again. They're frauds. We've been saying it for a long time. We finally saw it, and I feel bad for Justin Jefferson, but he'll get a quarterback eventually that can actually throw the ball outside of 1 p.m. on a Sunday.
Hopefully. I mean,
what a waste of a
Kirk
career.
Cousins can only play for so many years.
What a waste of a career if he doesn't, because Kirk Cousins outside of 1 o'clock, bro. Also, that last play, what are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing checking down?
4th and 8, let me hit my check
to
down.
a tight end.
Yeah. Well, Hawkinson did have like 130 yards in that game, but
yeah,
you don't throw a check down on 4th and 8. Give yourself a chance.
Holy shit. So I just pulled up, holy shit. I just pulled up the box score for this game. I didn't really watch it, and I did not realize that Danny Dimes rushed 17 times for 78 yards.
Yeah, it's Vanilla Vic.
Yeah.
I love that nickname so much.
So, okay. OBJ. If he was on the Giants, where does this team go?
Ooh. I don't, because what kind of shape is he in though? I'll say. Who do they play this week? They've got the Eagles.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying like right now. Like say before the playoffs had started or like mid-season, OBJ was healthy and like healthy enough to play, and he joined the Giants.
Mid-season he joined them, or at week 1 he played for the Giants?
No, mid-season. Like when he was going through all of his discussions.
Okay.
Say they like cleared him and he was fully healthy.
They would have finished above the Cowboys, second place in the East.
So it would have had the 2 or 3 seed.
No, because the Eagles still would have won the division.
Oh yeah, yep.
I think. Ooh, it would have been cool though. I guess it's tough because like, does Jalen Hurts still get hurt and miss those games?
Yeah, that's true.
So I'd say they would have, because they went like 3-6-1 the last 10 games or something after that hot start.
Yeah, they were bad at the end.
Yeah,
but I mean, like I look at their wide receiver core, and it was like Isaiah Hodgins, 105 yards.
Yeah.
Darius Slayton, 88 yards. Like Saquon was their third leading receiver with 5 receptions for 56 yards.
Yeah.
And then I went Richie James, Daniel Bellinger, Lawrence Cager. Who?
Probably a lineman.
Yeah.
Caught
like,
a trick play.
1 for 4 yards. That does sound like a lineman name.
All right, my thoughts on the Giants. If Danny Dimes can run for 17 carries, they will compete with the Eagles this week.
Only if he runs for...
He has to run for at least 15 attempts.
And how many yards?
At least 60.
Okay. I mean, that's reasonable.
Yep. That's, if he doesn't get that, they don't win. So if you're gonna take Giants money line, might as well sprinkle Danny Dimes over 50 rushing yards or whatever the highest one is. Well, not the highest, but
honestly, it's probably. 60. I mean, it's probably pretty high already.
I don't know anybody that's actually going to be taking Giants money line though.
I mean, it's only plus 280.
Only plus 280.
Banged up Hurts.
You gotten too thirsty. All right, let's get going.
Look great.
Let's get going. Cowboys Bucks. Holy
Danny
shit.
Dimes is at 45.5 yards, by the way.
Okay, take the over. Cowboys Bucks. Holy shit, make an extra point. Eh? He missed 3 in a row, and he missed 4. What are you doing, dude? It was scary to watch. He got lucky. You can't leave 4 points hanging out there in a playoff game.
I've never heard of a kicker getting the yips in the playoffs like that, but holy shit.
Yeah, it was insane. Every time, like, once I saw him miss that second one and the defeat in his body language, I was like, whoa, this could get out of control. Because the first one went right, second one went right. I even thought in my head, I'm like, man, just aim left. What are you doing? What does he do?
Yeah,
he aims left and misses left.
I was working that night while the game was on, and it was on the TVs and everything, no sound though. And I saw that they'd scored. It was 6-0. I was like, oh, they missed an extra point. Came back a little bit later, saw it was 12-0. And I was like, oh, like they probably went for 2 and tried to make it 14 and just didn't get it. And then I came back and I saw it was 18, and it was only like a couple minutes later, and I was like, okay, they didn't just kick 2 field goals. Like,
right.
Did they try to go? Like, it doesn't make sense for them to go for 2 again. So then I like went and looked, and I was like, holy shit, this dude has missed 3 extra points already? Yeah, that's rough.
Yep. So not much to say about the Bucks. I'm disappointed because I did send in our group chat. I said, man, Bucks plus 2.5. Tom Brady never lost to the Cowboys at home, Monday Night Football. It was a good spot. But Dak Prescott looked great, man. He made some throws that were crazy, and Cowboys look good. If Dak can play like that, they'll be good. So here's my Cowboys thoughts. If Dak plays like that, they'll be fine. If Micah Parsons isn't hurt, they're fine. Give the ball to Tony Pollard. That dude is so much better than Zeke, it's not even funny. And maybe find a new kicker this week, but they're not because Jerry Jones already said they're sticking with him. So
Could you imagine trying to find a new kicker in the middle of the playoffs?
Yeah, and then roll him out.
I mean, it's not that hard, but
no, but he's gonna miss a couple because it's the divisional round. He's gonna be nervous. So, divisional round preview. What do you want to do there? Oh, is this where you make your decision on your exacta?
Well, I was gonna say more about what the games this weekend and just what you're kind of expecting.
Honestly, I expect the favorites to do well. I'm not even going to lie. AFC, you got what? Chiefs and Jags. I expect the Chiefs to do well. And then, what's the other one for the AFC? Bills
Bengals.
I think that's the best game of the weekend. And I think the Bills pull it out. I think that'll be entertaining as fuck, though. That'll be a great game.
So, here's what I'm thinking. Bills to win the Super Bowl. It's now down to plus 330. And then I think I want... Wow. Oh, okay. Never mind. I was reading that wrong. I think I want the Bengals as my AFC team to hedge against the Bills.
Mm-hmm. There's one team I'm going to try to talk you out of taking. In the NFC.
Well, I was going to say Bengals Niners.
That's fine. I was going to say do not take the Eagles. And
no, I wasn't going to take
not
the Eagles.
Giants. I was thinking 49ers Cowboys, one of the two.
So I could get Bengals versus the Niners for plus 1,200.
Not bad.
Or I could get the Bengals to beat the 49ers at plus 2,400.
Damn. These are fun.
My other option was Chiefs in the AFC to hedge against my Bills. And then I would probably go Chiefs to beat the 49ers at plus 1,000.
You know what you do? I know what you do. So here's
just take every AFC team to beat the Niners?
No. Maybe. But I'm thinking if you do I like the Chiefs route because it's the Chiefs. But what you do is you do Chiefs. Oh, this probably wouldn't work. I'm just gonna say it. Chiefs, Niners, right? And then if the Chiefs beat the Jags, they play the Bengals. You take the Bengals on the money line for enough to cover your bet as a hedge in a way. So that way, if the Bengals win, you're even. But it doesn't work.
And I think in that situation, the Chiefs would be the favorites.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why you would take the Bengals to cover your bet. But I don't.
So you're saying safest route with the most options to hedge would be play the Chiefs.
Right, but if the Bills beat the Bengals, I think the Bills, it might be even. It might, you know what I mean? I don't know.
That's the thing too. Like I'm scared to take the Bills to win the Super Bowl and then the Bengals exacta because both could neither of them could make the Super Bowl.
You got to take the Chiefs because shit.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like since the Bengals and the Bills play each other,
you can't really hedge conference. It'd be hard. Fuck hedging.
Fuck it. I'm just gonna do Bengals to beat the 49ers plus 2,400.
I like that. All right. College football. I got some short news first. We really got to go. 58 minutes. Jim Harbaugh is coming back to the University of Michigan down in Ann Arbor. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord, baby Jesus. He went over the 80s head and went to the president of the university to talk contract to come back, which is not a good look at all. But the 80s a fuck. So it all worked out. He's coming back. It's great. I'm excited. One more year. It's natty or bust next year, though. It is natty or bust. I will say that right now. With the talent that is returning, the talent we have coming in, all we need is a cornerback or two in the transfer portal yet, and then we're dangerous. And you got Harbaugh coming back. His whole staff's going to come back. You've got arguably the best returning quarterback in the Big Ten, the best running back returning in the Big Ten, the best O-line returning in the Big Ten. What was that face for?
I mean, Braylon Allen's pretty fucking good.
Over Blake Corum? Sure. Sure. Yeah, okay.
If Wisconsin was having a better year.
All right, bud. He'll be a lot better now that you might actually throw the ball.
So that's what I was about to mention. Wisconsin, I might put a future on them here soon because they are looking dangerous. They just went out and got C.J. Williams from USC. I haven't really heard much of him, but apparently he's like the number one like big transfer, and we got him for wide receiver. We also got a Oklahoma State wide receiver who we just played in the bowl game. He was actually, I believe, their leading receiver in the bowl game.
Nice.
Second leading receiver for the year. So we went out and got him. Plus we have three of our top four returning receivers coming in. So we will have a full wide receiver room, a full quarterback room, and then we still have Braylon Allen. And I mean, they're not going to be able to stack the box and just expect us to run every time this year. So I think Braylon Allen for Heisman might be a nice future to look at soon. And I'm probably not actually going to bet on the Badgers to win the national championship, but I do think they'll be very good here within the next 5 years.
Well, and
potentially
with the
win
12,
something.
With the 12-team playoff, who knows, man? Who knows?
Everything can get shaken up.
Yep. In future episodes, maybe we'll start talking about some MLB, but we don't really have time right now. I refuse to ever talk about NBA on this podcast. Maybe playoffs, but it's unwatchable to me. College basketball, we'll definitely talk about in March, probably February.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if you saw, I actually tweeted out a big thread today. Sat down, did some college basketball research. There was a lot more than I wanted to put in that tweet. I could have probably kept that tweet going, probably could have made it a book. Decided not to. Decided to pick my favorite things, and I have some teams that I'm going to start watching very closely and probably start fading and tailing. But yeah, so go check that out on our Twitter. It's a nice thread of our college basketball trends to keep an eye on. Like I said, one favorite, one not so favorite, and then 5 over teams and 5 under teams to watch out for. So,
do not bet list. You got anything?
There was something. Oh, soccer. I bet on soccer today. The English Premier League is back on.
Oh, okay. At least it wasn't like Romanian.
No. It was English Premier League was on today. And I saw it. Manchester City was playing, or it was Man U versus Crystal Palace. And I took Man U. It was only minus 145. All the soccer handicappers that I follow were like, this is extremely good value. It opened up at 125, and then before the game it closed at 145. So I took it at 145, threw my entire account on it, which was like $25. And they're up 1-0. And then in the 91st minute, Crystal Palace scored.
Ugh.
Tied the game, and I lost.
Fuck that.
So.
Fuck that. Should have hedged with a tie.
Well,
Dang, that's one way to do soccer.
I used my entire account.
Yeah, it's true. That's one way to do soccer, though. When you get something like that, take something on the money line. If you're paying attention in the 80th minute, bet tie. Bet you it's a fat payout.
Yeah, especially in a game like that. I was so pissed.
That's so specific, though. It'd have to be 1-0.
Yeah.
But all right, roulette time. Yeah.
What's your 2 numbers?
I want 1 and 24.
All right, 24 just hit. Like, literally, the ball just dropped on 24.
Don't want it anymore. I want 9 and 3. And I'll let you choose 3 numbers.
9 and 3. I'm going to go 30, 23, and let's go 13.
All right, I was just having a moment. I'm like, damn, I kind of wanted 0, so I hope 0 doesn't hit. Give us some good numbers here on the Zappy Zap. Hey, be sure to send us ideas, guys. We need anything, honestly. If you got any ideas, those aren't our numbers, are they? 12 and 29?
No, 12 and 29.
Not our
numbers. We got
numbers.
13.
3 or 9, baby. 3 or 9. We're due on this, too. We haven't hit in a minute.
Like 2 episodes.
That's a minute. 14, 24, 34? God, I can't see. 34.
34.
It was one of my numbers.
You want to know what sucks about that?
What's that?
When you said 24, I was looking at the board. We had all on the right side. So then I took 23, which is in the middle, and I wanted to take one on the left side, and I stared at 34 for a really long time before deciding to take 13.
That's all right. We're going to hit a big lightning number next week. All right, hey, listen, send us some ideas. We used to do the All-Star ballots.
I do have an idea. I didn't explain it to you.
Oh, you want to
I'll
explain
make
it
it quick.
live?
Yeah, I'll make it quick.
Okay,
So
all right.
SNL has a weekend update where they do live news stories that they write for the other person to read. So
Not every time, sometimes.
yeah. So every couple of weeks, we look for sports headlines. Could be brand new, could be a couple years or a couple days past, whatever. Something that we might not have talked about, and we find a story and we write a headline for each other to read, and add a little bit of a fucked up, funny twist in there. And obviously, neither of us gets to read it until we're live on the show. So.
Within reason, right? Like, I'm not
Yes,
trying to...
yes.
I'm not trying to...
No, we're not getting canceled here.
Okay, all right. I'm down for that. We can do that. Let's do that next week. Let's try that out next week.
All
It'll
right.
be fun. And then, but yeah, I mean, anybody who actually still listens, if you got anything, let us know. We're looking for something fun. We're about to hit that lull of nothing, and then it's just baseball. And so we're going to need a lot of ideas.
I do have a fellow gambler that I would like to see if we can get him on. I actually talked to him a little bit today. He was asking me about the 10K challenge, or 10-day 10K challenge that I did. He asked me how far I got. Kind of embarrassing. I told him only 3 days, but he has had some massive wins, like big DFS wins, poker wins, stuff like that. He won like 20 grand on NASCAR DFS one time, so I'd like to get him on and just talk for a couple minutes about gambling, stuff like that. So
Yeah, hey,
we'll
tell
see.
me about what made you choose to do a NASCAR draft lineup.
Yeah, literally.
What in the world, man? That's crazy. All right, hey, like, subscribe, leave a review. Have a great weekend. Hit some tanks, store some tutties. We'll see you next week.
Peace.